you guys look so good. Let me just take you in. Yeah. So I'll share something. 2 years ago, I was sitting there for the first time, and I thought, wow, this is such an interesting community to be part of. And I share that because I encourage you all to know that you could be here too, yeah? So what I want you to do, and this is for me, but I also hope it's for you too, because I need to calm myself down right now, is if I can just ask you to just close your eyes, so put down your cell phones, anything you have on your lap, just close your eyes, and we'll just do this for a minute or so. Sir, I see your eyes open. Thank you. And just scan your body from the crown of your head, your face, your tongue, your jaw, your chest, and just connect to your heart. And if you want to just put your right hand onto your tummy and just scan it right through to the soles of your feet. And I want you, rather than taking a breath, I want you to allow a conscious, loving breath. So allow a conscious, loving breath in, and allow a conscious, loving breath out. Just do that 2 more times. Allow a conscious, loving breath in and out. And once more. And very gently open your eyes. Good. So this next section is called the community panel. And that's when we ask some of you to come up here. So I'm going to ask for 4 people. And if you think I don't normally go up there, I can see some of you looking down, but I really have something to share, please, please put your hand up. Yay. Lady with the glasses. Okay. Okay. I've seen some hands up, so I will get back to you. And then if you think I'm always putting my hand up and I have so much to say, put your hand up. I know you guys. Some of you always put your up, 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 higher, higher, higher. Yeah, don't be embarrassed. I'm going to pick you. Yeah, just because you shook your head. And then I'm going to pick Amin. Yes. I need one more person. The one who put his hand down. Yeah, so just come up on stage and just take a seat. Let's give a hand to these brave souls. Thank you, guys. So just a quick intro. Just share your name. Something interesting, something that would surprise us about you. And then we'll start the discussion. So just really quick.
My name is Maria, and it's the very first time I get exposed to meditation, despite having spent more than 18 years in big corporations all over the world. So I was very curious about how are we gonna bring that to this world.
And what will surprise us about you? Is there something you've done that we'll think, oh my gosh, Maria? You know what it is. Yeah, that one.
I feel really silly being here.
Do you?
But I think I'm brave because I have no clue about meditation.
Okay.
And I'm looking at you like, ooh, am I going to learn something from you? So okay. I'm the silliest person in the room about meditation, maybe.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Maria.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Lipsky, and it's a joy to be back here seeing old friends and meeting new ones as well. I guess something interesting that not many people know. So I've been studying mediumship and psychic awareness, and all of us have that ability with the intuition that we have and carry within our own bodies. So I invite all of you to really feel into things. Your opening exercise was fantastic in getting us all connected in that way. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amin. I'm from Montreal, Canada. Something interesting about me, first time at this conference, more than that, I'm a curious kid, an explorer, basically looking inside of me to achieve my full potential as an individual. And it's an ongoing process. I'm at the beginning of this process, and hopefully I'll get somewhere, sometime in the future.
Thank you. Thanks, Amin.
Hey everybody, I'm Louis Aloro. Nice to meet you. I teach the science of human well-being, positive psychology, and I believe that spirituality is on the other side of that science. So this summer, after 20 years of interest, got my Reiki certification.
Nice. Well done. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, you just keep that. Okay, so what I've decided to do is rather than ask them the same questions, they are going to choose a question from this pack. Yeah, and trust that that's the message you need to share with them. And as you hear the questions, I would like you to think about your response too. I know some of you are thinking, my gosh, I'm so glad they're not me. Yeah. But I would like you to then think, okay, so how would I respond to that too? Okay? And for those of you who put your hands up and I didn't choose you, there will be another chance later on. So please be reassured that you might get a chance to come up here. Okay? So just pick a card and just trust that that's the message you have for the world. Okay. The card, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. And here you go. Thank you. And to show that I'm playing, I'm going to choose a card, so I'll begin. And I don't know. Actually, pick a card for me.
No, you pick your own card.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, this is interesting. So what is my current relationship with myself right now? Oh, goodness me. I didn't think I was going to get this one. Touche, huh? Right now, my current relationship is I'm just appreciating what my role in this world is. I have an 18-month-old son. His name is Emmanuel. He's in London, is where I am, and he's at daycare right now, and I'm sure he's hugging people because that's what he's been doing. So having a little person show you what life is, so my current role is to be the best mom and the best guide that I can be. So that's how I am with myself right now. Okay. Who wants to go first?
You did.
Who wants to go second?
I will.
I like you.
My question is, what has captivated me the most
In this experience, yeah.
in this experience?
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep it clean.
I was just going to say, what captivates me the most is the resiliency of the human spirit, and especially remembering 9/11 today and thinking, we all have a story about where we were that day, but just how grateful it is to be here. And even with the most trauma, we all have trauma in our lives, there's a growth that's possible from that trauma, and just experiencing that personally and witnessing it in other people is a gift.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for reminding us as well about today. Thank you.
Sure.
My question is, how does mindful play a key role in my life? I'm someone who loves being immersed in nature. At the beginning, I was an explorer, and then I moved to imploration. I came up with this word, actually, it doesn't exist. Exploration, in its etymology, ex means external. Ploration comes from the Latin word plorar, which means set up a loud cry. And throughout my career, my life, I realized that I was deeply connected outside, but not connected inside of me. And at that time, I had a sort of breakthrough, and I decided to conduct an imploration, internal, setting up a loud card inside of me. And it's an ongoing process. I don't know where I'm heading with that. To go back to the question about mindful play, how it plays a role in my life, whenever I have a chance to connect with nature, I will seek a connection with animals. I was telling, I met Jacqueline yesterday telling about my experience with giraffes in Kenya and going through a safari on the savannah. A herd of giraffe going, like running across the savannah. It's like they're just like sitting on a cloud, and you see them, watch them, and you are mesmerized about, transfixed about this beautiful image. And this year I've been in, I went to Mexico, and I had my snorkeling gear, put that on, went, did some snorkeling, and played with the turtles. And that was an amazing experience I had. It's about connecting, finding the little kid inside of you that can connect with animals around you. And I had the chance to do some turtle surfing. I don't know if it doesn't exist, but actually I did it. I found a way to connect with the turtles. So that's how I found the play in my daily life.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. I love that. So the card that I chose was my favorite session so far is blank because, and I have to make a confession, and that is I wasn't here yesterday. So of course I get this, I'm like, uh-oh. But I'll tell you what actually happened is I had an appointment in Midtown in the middle of the day, and I thought, no problem, I'll get here for the afternoon. But it ran over time, and then with the rain, I could not get a taxi as much as I tried. So I just, kind of resigned myself to walking the 2 miles in the rain back to downtown here. And by the time I got down here, it was just too late in the day to come. But while I was walking, I was reflecting on all of you here and recalling back to the different wisdom events that I've attended in the past and thinking about my favorite session, ironically, which was last year's New York Business, for anyone who was here as well. There was a beautiful exercise done by Diane Poole-Heller, the eye hammock. It was a way to really quiet yourself, really, really beautiful. She is a trauma expert, and I invite you to go back through the videos that Wisdom posts and find that video. There are so many, all the videos are fantastic, but find that one and try the exercise, and you may use it daily like I do.
Thank you. Thank you. And you'll get another question, by the way.
Okay. Another question.
You've done that one. This one here. Real happiness for me is?
Real happiness for me. Oh boy, connecting with nature is becoming ever more important for me personally, and having that peaceful time. We are nature, nature is us, we are each other, and being able to slow down and really feel into that space and way is true happiness for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So my question was, share an image of how you are experiencing the gathering.
So share an image of, can you just repeat?
Excuse me?
Can you repeat it?
Share an image of how you are experiencing this gathering.
Okay, thank you.
And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this, literally, is I saw myself as a little girl in front of a huge, beautiful waterfall that was coming down, right? And filling me with, filling myself with harmony, peace, quietness. I used to grow, when I was young, I spent a few years in South America. I grew up in South America, and I got to go to Brazil. For some of you who know the Iguazu waterfalls. It's one of the most amazing ones in the world because they're huge as far as water, but they're very extended through 18 kilometers. So I'm connecting that vision and bringing it here because this is how I feel. I am not a meditator. I'm far away intellectually from the field that you have been in for years maybe, but I feel today that I need it. And why do I need it? Just for a selfish self-development. No, I think it's because I've reached a point in my career, I've been a CFO for big corporations, where that doesn't bring me anymore, because I need to give. I have that feeling, that sense that I've been giving whatever talents or time I had in that environment, but to me today is not enough. And you were talking about September 11, we were talking about what's going on in the world right now. By the way, I'm Spanish and I live in Minnesota. That might be the funny thing that I couldn't say initially. And so I'm little bit familiar with differences and what's going on in the world, and I want to give somehow. I want to put my talent, whatever that little talent might be, to a better service that today will fill me. So you all, and what I'm learning here is the waterfall that is filling me today.
Nice. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you. Okay, so we do have some extra time because we'll just play, yeah? Good. Yiska. So I have a question for all of you, and the question is, and Jennifer, I appreciate that you just came in today, but I think you can also address this, is what's the one pearl of wisdom you will share with others after this gathering? What's the one thing?
To read biography of a yogi.
Yeah.
One thing that struck me on the first night, actually, on the reception, something that a question has been asked, but someone in the audience, I think Julia from Vancouver, BC, she asked Deepak Chopra about how come we are the privileged ones that have the eyes to watch this, to hear this talk, and some people are starving, going out of hunger in the world, and they're like under this level of poverty, and how we're doing. And the short answer obviously was karma, but the longest one was we did some work in our lives, or we are going through a transformation, it could be personal, and we are here, and there are some messages that we can catch, some would resonate with us, some others won't because we're not ready for them, but we are definitely here because we are agent of change. And my message for myself and for the people around me would be, we can all be agent of change. It's a matter of tuning into that and having impact around you start with the 3 clicks circle around you, and then that will lead to a ripple effect. So be the change you want to see in the world.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm going to echo that about the ripple. I was just sharing a story earlier today with a friend of an experience that I had about that ripple effect. Because, we're all here gathered for the conference, but we're also here in the city. And so, when we leave here, we carry with us the things that we've learned from the day and through our lives. So actually yesterday morning, just before the Huffington Post tour that I went on, I wanted to grab breakfast. I had just flown in from Australia the night before. I was really tired, very, very jet-lagged, very hungry. And I thought, it's 7 a.m. in New York City. I'm in Soho. There must be a restaurant that's open. So I went around the neighborhood and no one opened until 7:30. I didn't have my umbrella. It started to rain. And I found a place that said Delicatessen on the corner of Prince and Lafayette. And they had an eave. And I thought, well, I'll just stand here under the eave. It's 10 after 7. I'll just resign myself to waiting here and just kind of reflecting on things that have happened recently. And just a moment later, this man came walking by and he said softly to me, "Oh, are you waiting for breakfast?" And I said, "Oh yeah, but they don't open until 7:30. And he said, "Don't worry, I'll let you in." And it turned out he was just the kindest man in the world. His name is John. Hi, John. And he opened the door to the delicatessen, made a hot pot of coffee for me. And I have tears in my eyes right now because it was that kindness. It was that kindness that made such a difference for me yesterday morning. And also saw him again this morning for breakfast. And when he saw me, he said, "Oh, can I have a hug?" I said, "Oh my God, you sure can." So what we're doing here, and again, we're taking it to the world, is so important, the impact that we each have in bringing love into the world.
Thank you.
I think my word would be very related to what you just said, and it's connection. Yesterday, through the exercise where we had to choose somebody that was close by you and look into, in my case, her eyes. I don't know where you are, the blonde lady that was sitting in front of me. When you go through that and you say, I am, normally we tend to play a role and to introduce our role. I am this, I am that, I am so old, so young. And this moment was I was looking into her face and her eyes and her hair. I was looking at her, inside of her. That exercise, which is very difficult to do, which is barely, there's no room for that in the way sometimes we live. That's if we could, and I'm sure some of you do, some of us do, some maybe unconsciously outside, if we could develop and develop that type of connection with people where we feel tears because somebody just opens a door to a breakfast at 7:30. You find emotion in that. I do, I have goosebumps. Many of us would say, okay, what, fine, that was great, but why is she so emotional? And this is more of what maybe we need somewhere else in order to get to the hearts of, I'm going to be a dreamer, those who are in Syria creating what they are creating today. In the end, we're all human beings, we're people, and if we do not connect from that type, from the heart, I think, it's going to be very difficult to bring any change here. So let's go out and promote those eye-to-eye connections.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So thank you, Maria, Jennifer, Amin, and Lewis. And yeah, just for having the courage to come up here and to share. And I hope that you all got something out of this. I did. And the questions too. So with that, I just wanted to give you guys a round of applause and say thank you. Yeah, sorry.
I have a quick message to Trisha. She's from Colorado. Yesterday I was speaking with her. If I got on stage, I'm terrified being on stage, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.